What happens if you get stuck on a desert for 3 days? Imagine waking up in the morning, making plans with your friends about where to go next after a great dinner the night before. You're on a vacation and you want it to last forever. But then disaster strikes. A fight breaks out between you and your tour guide, and he drops you off in the middle of nowhere with nothing but your own 2 feet to get you out of this situation. And to add insult to injury, he doesn't even give you water or food before leaving you to fend for yourself. What are you going to do now? How long can you survive in such conditions? Join us today in this video where we explore what would happen if you got stuck in the desert for 3 days. The Sahara Desert is not a good place to travel. The Sahara Desert is not only hot, dry, and full of sand, but it's also home to all kinds of dangerous animals that could attack you if given half a chance. In addition, there's almost no vegetation in the area, which means that finding food and water is going to be extremely difficult. And those are just some of the reasons why you should never go to the Sahara Desert without preparation. When you don't have any water, you are only giving your body a few days to live at most. That being said, you can still survive for a few days in the Sahara Desert without water, but it won't be easy. Here's how long you can survive without water, depending on the conditions. Without access to shade, you can only survive for about 2 days before suffering severe dehydration. On the other hand, if temperatures are around 80 degrees Fahrenheit and you have access to some shade, you might be able to hang on for 5 days. But the real question is, how much water do you need every day to survive? And what happens if you don't drink enough? If you're spending time outside in high heat, whether it's from direct sun exposure or from hot weather, you'll need to drink more water than usual to stay hydrated. The amount of water you need depends on several factors, including your size, activity level, and the climate you're in. According to experts, an average person needs about 15.5 cups of water per day. And it's important to note that drinking enough water is crucial for maintaining your health and well-being. Dehydration can lead to fatigue, headaches, constipation, and even more serious complications if left untreated. So make sure you're getting enough fluids every day. So let's see what happens if you don't drink enough water for 3 days. Day 1, within the first 24 hours, your body will start to show signs of dehydration. You may feel thirsty and have a dry mouth, but these symptoms usually appear when you've lost about 1% of your body water. By the second day, things will start to get worse. You'll begin to feel fatigued, dizzy, and lightheaded. Your skin may also become dry and wrinkly. This is because your body is now down to 7% of its water content. If you go a third day without water, you will likely die. Your body will shut down from a lack of water, and you will die. It is estimated that approximately 79% of the Earth's surface is covered by water, yet only 3% of this water is suitable for human consumption. This scarcity of accessible water resources has resulted in many people around the world facing water shortages. Despite the abundance of water on the planet, the unequal distribution and various human activities have led to situations where many individuals lack access to safe and clean drinking water. The impact of water scarcity on human survival is profound. Our bodies require a constant supply of water to function correctly. Without water, we can only survive for a few days. In fact, the world has already experienced cases of people dying from dehydration in deserts. In 2013, an Australian man named Ivan Law died in the Simpson Desert after becoming separated from his tour group. He was found 3 days later, but he had been dead for several hours by then. Similarly, in 2002, a British hiker named Gerald Corliss died in the Sahara Desert after getting lost and being without water for several days. These cases highlight the importance of proper planning and preparation when venturing into desert environments. On the other hand, the human body can survive for weeks without food, but not without water. The amount of time varies depending on individual factors such as age, health, and metabolism. However, the average person can survive for about 3 weeks without food. When it comes to surviving without food, the body can go into a state of ketosis, where it burns fat for energy instead of carbohydrates. This process allows the body to conserve its energy and essential nutrients, helping it to survive for extended periods without food intake. However, the human body cannot survive without water for very long. The amount of time varies depending on individual factors such as age, health, and activity level. However, the average person can only survive for about 3 days without water. When it comes to surviving without water, the body can go into a state of dehydration where it loses more fluids than it takes in. This process can lead to a decrease in blood volume, increased heart rate, and decreased urine output. If dehydration becomes severe, it can lead to organ failure and death. Sahara Desert, a vast and unforgiving landscape that covers a significant portion of North Africa. With its scorching temperatures and relentless sun, the Sahara presents a challenging environment for human survival. The desert's harsh conditions can quickly deplete the body's water reserves, leading to dehydration and ultimately death. While it is possible to survive for a few days in the Sahara Desert without water, it is crucial to take necessary precautions and seek shade, ration fluids, and monitor vital signs. Prolonged exposure to such extreme conditions can have severe consequences. So if you ever find yourself stranded in the Sahara Desert without water, it's important to stay calm, assess your situation, and take appropriate action to ensure your survival. Staying hydrated is crucial when traveling in the desert. It's recommended to drink at least 2 liters of water per day to prevent dehydration. In addition to carrying sufficient water, it's essential to protect yourself from the sun by wearing appropriate clothing, using sunscreen, and seeking shade during the hottest hours of the day. Monitoring your body's response to the desert environment is also vital. Pay attention to signs of dehydration such as thirst, dizziness, or fatigue, and take steps to address them promptly. Seeking assistance from local authorities or tour guides is advisable, especially in remote areas. Remember that survival in the desert depends on proper preparation, awareness, and quick decision-making. By following these tips and taking necessary precautions, you can increase your chances of staying safe and surviving in the unforgiving terrain of the Sahara Desert. And now over to you. What are your thoughts on what happens if you get stuck in a desert for 3 days? Share your thoughts below. We hope you enjoyed watching this video, and we look forward to seeing you again soon. Make sure to subscribe to our channel for more informative and entertaining content. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.